So Rachel, my new friend Rachel, we were just filming some content for Bricks and Minifigs, and one of the questions that I always ask small business owners during content shoots is, what's your brand story? What's your heart story? What's your soul story? And the reason why I wanted to jump in front of the camera with you is because sometimes we're not meant to do that alone, and sometimes we're not meant to share our story alone. And sometimes just having somebody in the energy with you as you're sharing it can make all of the difference. And so Rachel's going to share a little bit about how this legacy kind of came to be and got started. But this is so important, folks, because you have to remember, small businesses, it's not just an operation or a business. There's families behind this. There is grief behind it. There is humanity behind it. And I feel like we kind of forget about that because we get caught up in all the social media and like all of the things, and we forget to humanize the people behind all of it. And some of the things that we do at Grit and Grace is we want to leverage that voice and share that story. And honestly, the story of how this place came to be is what moved me to reach out to Rachel and her team to say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. This is such an incredible legacy. Please let me help share the stage and give voice in terms of production to like sharing it, you know? Oh. So Rachel, I know that this is an intense charged conversation and day, but I'm in it with you. I'm here with you. Okay. We're going to do this together. And kind of share with people like where this whole Lego story started, right? Because this is a shared journey, not just with you, but with another beautiful soul, right? So tell us about these Legos and these blocks and these bricks.
So I have to comment on what you just shared because this has been a store built on what we say, it's the universe coming together and bringing people together. A lot of strange things since the beginning when we opened have been happening since we opened. So ironically, we're filming, it's almost May the 4th.
Yep, almost May 4th.
And our original opening date was May the 6th. May the 4th was my husband's favorite holiday.
So he's a Star Wars guy.
I mean, okay, don't copy my Wi-Fi word, but even our Wi-Fi is called Darth, okay? So we're Star Wars people. My husband was Mr. Darth Vader. We have Darth Vader all over our house. And so the irony to lose him on May the 4th was terrible.
Yes, of course. Of course.
So with the help of our corporate team, actually, I'll tell you a funny story. So one of the things that we did right before the opening, during May the 4th, we have these great lightsabers that light up. And me and Larry and Daniela, my daughter, we were playing with them. And I mean, it was all about Star Wars and having fun with these lightsabers. And we worked that day probably, I don't know, 18 hours.
Oh my gosh.
rushing around. It was a very sudden and unexpected thing. He was not sick, and it was just very tragic, very tragic. And one of the things we used to joke about was I wanted the Lego out of my house. I was like, get this clutter out of my house. I don't want the Lego here. You know, and so he found a way to do that in a really strategic way. And he built this store, and he did a beautiful job on it. And so it was all coming together, and we were having our friends and family, and then it ended, sadly, very tragically. And that oh shit moment of, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? I would be like, okay, when you open, I'm going to do parties, I'm going to do events, I'm going to go to the local bars, I'm going to go to the local places, I'm going to collaborate with them. And he would say to me, just let me get open. Just let me get open. I go, I'm taking notes, I'm writing lists, I'm going to throw parties. And he's like, just let me get open. And I said, and when you unleash me, I'm going to go crazy with this. So he had such a good sense of humor, so I can joke like this. He unleashed me by default, and so I have managed to acquire this space next door, 1,800 square feet of.
It's amazing.
I'm just gonna put a table in there.
It's amazing, folks.
So
amazing.
I just kind of being a social worker and someone that has designed programs throughout my career, I was like, okay, what can I do with this? And I hit the ground running, starting with birthday parties, and then maybe a Girl Scout event. And, I should be involved with fundraisers, and I should get involved with the schools, and I should do some corporate events. And maybe, it's the land of yes. If you come in with an idea that you want to do, my answer is yes.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I tell everyone, I joke, I'm like, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll find a way to figure out how to do that for you.
It's so true.
And we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a police event here. I saw them on Instagram. I called them. And next thing you know, 230 people are in my store going, hey, like, let's build, community days. It's all about, for me, and this is why I love this store. It's funny because now I have Lego in my house, Lego in my store.
Now
Lego
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Lego, people call me about Lego. I get emails about Lego. I don't even know how to build Lego, but I do know how to run this store.
Yes.
And so thank God for my staff, and thank God that they know how to build Lego, and they know all the ins and outs, so you could have great conversations with them.
Yeah.
But I'm the innovator behind the scenes that is like driving my staff crazy. Like, tomorrow we're going to have a big event.
We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
Find all the pieces and let's get going. And they want to kill me when I do that. But for the community point of view,
so worth it.
It's always a big turnout, and then the staff is always happy because they're like, oh my God, that was so good, and everyone had such a good time. And so that's how we roll around here.
I love it.
So the back part is when you get involved with your community gets involved with you.
So true.
And so people ask me, like, how does this happen? Like, people come in, I tell my story, they tell their story. I have customers that also have grief stories. I have customers that have children with special needs. I have customers that have all kinds of things. And not that I'm running a social work practice. I'm not here at least. I do that in my other free time. But I meet so many people, and I know the people in my community. I think that's like the essence of a small business, because you really get to know people. And like, some of my customers have actually put that into words, and they're like, I can buy Lego anywhere, but I come to your store because there's that connection. Because the way I feel here. Because when you run ladies' night, you might sneak some alcohol. Right?
It's true, though.
But it's a place of fun. It's a place of comfort. It's a place of safety. Everyone is accepted. Everyone is special. And that's not because I'm running a store. That's who I am.
That's who you are.
That's who
you
I've
embody that.
Been, So, like, I do this also as a legacy to my husband, because he worked tirelessly for 30 years, like, in a job for us, for the family, and he wanted his own business. We toyed with so many silly ideas. We were going to make ice shaving things. We were going to do all kinds of things, but he wanted... This was just such a good fit. For him. He's a Lego collector since 60s, 70s. We have some of his stuff in the store. It's awesome.
Unbelievable.
And so it becomes historic. It becomes educational. You see the evolution. And from my point of view as a social worker, I get to talk to people about, like, the therapeutic benefits, the architects that came to be, the engineers that have evolved from Lego, the people that built their houses, their real houses from Lego.
So cool.
And also, like, the therapeutic events, because it helps with trauma, it helps with fine motor skills, it helps with focus, it helps so many areas, and the cherry on the cake is you have this great creation.
Right, at the end of it all.
And they have so many cool sets.
So true.
My daughter joked with me yesterday. She said, she's like, you actually like Lego now. I go, I know.
It's grown on you.
It's growing on me. I don't even mind the clutter as much. And God knows our store is cluttered, because we have a lot of trades.
So many trades. It's amazing. Anytime I come in here, the amount of people that come in just with huge kits and bins, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
And so this community space, I want to say a shout out to my landlord, who allowed me to have it at a rate that I could afford as a new business. And that's like that partnership, right?
So important.
So we were going to do it in Panera. I was like telling them, could we rent that room? You know, we were just looking for a way where we can find community.
Sure.
And this would happen. And the landlord has been working with me. And then we're going to move the whole store and the event space all into one space eventually, maybe, I don't know, September, October.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah. It's
amazing.
It's been a labor of love, but it's also been a real place of joy. So I always ask, I don't want people coming in here to feel sad because, you know, like, sometimes you have very bad things happen and really good things come from it. Like, and it's not that I would trade one for the other because that is not the case.
Yeah.
I would rather have a low running store and have my husband back.
Sure.
But at the same time, like, this place is, like, I get to, like, he was a funny guy. He was a good guy. Like, he always... Like I would sometimes want to stay small. He would be like, reach higher, reach wider. He was always like my biggest advocate. Yeah. So to do this for him is really special for me, you know. So if you ask me a question and I can't answer it, and I turn to the staff, which I do all the time, that is why. But I'm learning, and my staff is always surprised when I can identify things in the store. Now, 2 years in, I have a little bit more knowledge than
you
the
do.
beginning.
You definitely do.
I'm starting to get the hang of it, and that's why I do that rare finds on Friday.
Yeah, those are so fun. It's such a fun
I'm
series.
Getting like educated.
It's such a fun series.
Yeah,
such a fun series. But I feel like, you know, this isn't just a small business. This is a legacy here. And so whether you come here to shop, you attend a community event, you have a birthday party here, whatever your touch point is with Bricks and Minifigs, it is an experience that you'll never forget. And now that you know even the deeper story behind this, you feel so good being a part of something like this.
And that transmits all through everyone here, including the staff. Like I have, like one of my staff members is in college and he's pursuing, you know, the arts, and he now does, you know, great art programs after school. And he developed this beautiful mosaic, which you'll see when you come in, of my husband and Tricked Me, you know. But he, you know, like, everyone's tapping into something. I have very talented people that work for me, and they also work for me. You know, they have other things, and then they work for me because they like being here as well. And so I try to help them grow as well, you know, and tap into their potential and create opportunity for them to express themselves. So I hope this helps you take advantage of this and come ask me a question. The answer is always yes. You know, and feel free to share. We'd love to get to know you guys. And that's like how we get to continue to spread joy and keep it going. And although I'm not typically here on May the 4th because it's a very hard day for me, I may pop in and deliver some Yoda sodas and
Yoda sodas.
Yoda sodas. I'm not telling you the secret recipe.
No.
That's just the cherry on the top with all our sales that are going on and our great products that we're going to put out for you for an amazing day.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rachel. So be sure to come in, check out Bricks and Minifigs in West Babylon, and make sure you ask for Rachel and say hi if she's here. All right, thanks everyone.